In 1965, 1 year after independence, the world turned its back on Zambia. But Chairman Mao made a promise that changed Africa. He said, "We will help you build this railway, even if we have to forsake building our own." For 50 years, Tazara was our path to freedom. But let's be honest, in 2026, nostalgia doesn't move 3 million tons of copper. As of today, the silence on the rails has ended because on the 10th of February in this year of 2026, the Mukuba passenger service is back. And with it, a $1.4 billion resurrection. This isn't just a repair job. It's a 21st century power play to ensure Zambia is never landlocked again. In its current state, Tazara barely moved 100,000 tons last year, and that's just 5% of its capacity. In business, that is a terminal bottleneck. We've seen the derailments and the 40-day border queues at Nakonde. Nakonde is not to be confused with Kasumbalesa, which we mentioned in a previous episode. Which brings us to the SGR debate. Critics ask, why not build a new standard gauge like they did in Kenya? But here's the Zambia-Proof reality. SGR costs $5 million per kilometer, and refurbishing our existing Cape gauge costs a fraction of that and gets the copper moving today, lelo. By replacing 390 kilometers of rail and upgrading to automated signaling, we're moving to the 7-day order. We're trading border queue fear for world-class predictability. Let me remind you, Zambia is playing a high-stakes, high-level chess game because the West is betting $10 billion on the Lobito Corridor moving towards the Atlantic, and China is putting up $1.4 billion into the Indian Ocean through the Tazara Railway. This is Zambia's two lungs strategy. We're not picking sides. We're building two lungs so that our economy can breathe. Under the 30-year concession to CCCC, the line is being brought up to SADC compliance standards. And this is vital for our partners because when the rail matches international safety and tracking specs, global shipping giants can issue through bills of lading directly from the copper belt to Dar es Salaam. And that is how you attract blue chip logistics. Question to you. Which rail would you prefer to use? Would you rather go with the West and use the Atlantic route, or would you stick to China and follow the Indian Ocean? Let us know in the comments below. Have your Indaba, and we're going to follow. Now, this too-long approach by Zambia is terrific. And of course, there's very few downsides to it. The only thing that I could see could cause a mishap is if one of the two sides pulls out. So say China decides to change its mind, or the US and Europe say that they're going to either stall or stop the project altogether. That would be problematic. But other than that, I don't really see any downsides to having two separate railways. It's only going up. There you have it. We're no longer landlocked. We are land-linked. The 30-year concession means the private sector takes the risk while we keep the sovereignty of our land. The 40 days of fear are over. The 7-day era of prosperity is now on the road. Speaking of roads, in the next episode, we will tackle the Lusaka-Ndola dual carriageway. I'm your host. Stay Zambia-proof. Till next time.